Hey guys, it's Coach here and welcome to episode 8 of the Foot Champions My Journey. In this episode I'm going to be showing you guys the first episode, the first week of December, and unfortunately I didn't show you the last week of November, which was obviously last week, because basically I was quite busy last weekend. I didn't have enough time to record a lot of my games. I didn't have enough time to complete all of my games as well, but as you can see on the screen, I did manage to still finish Gold 1, which did mean that I did finish Elite 2 for the month of November, which means I believe next episode you guys may be seeing the monthly rewards for November, which will be amazing, because some of the informs that have been or that have come out during November have been absolutely unreal. The likes of Aubameyang, Bale, obviously the second inform striker Ronaldo, as well as many others. So hopefully we can get a bit better than last month, because obviously our best player was only an 84 rated Salah, but obviously as you can see on the bench at the moment we do have Florenzi and Walker as well. But anyway, let's get into the first week of December, this week's Foot Champions. As you can see on the screen, there were no requirements, so I did get to go with whatever squad I wanted, and a lot of you guys, if you have watched the previous episodes, you will know that a new addition to the squad is that purple Hazard. Obviously, I had him, well, not obviously, but I had him last week, but because I didn't upload the video, you guys didn't get to see any gameplay with him. But you will see in this episode how influential he is in my new team, and as I say that, he does score the first goal of the weekend for us, putting us 1-0 up in under 10 minutes in this game. Now, this game was probably the craziest Foot Champions game I've played all year, basically, because every shot in this game was going in. It was ridiculous, and you'll see the scoreline at the end. It is outrageous. But my form this week, I did, because obviously you guys know that I don't upload the whole weekend's worth of games. I only upload a certain amount, because I only record a certain amount because of time, etc. And I only have time to be able to upload one video. But we did actually manage to get Elite this weekend for the second time. And I have included, or I did remember to include my record in the first 10 games, second 10 games, third 10 games, and then obviously the last 10 as well. So you will see my progress. I have got my form up in front of me, and I did go 8-2. So in 3 out of the 4 10-game periods, I did go 8-2 3 times. But there's one 10-game period that I did flop, and I will tell you guys about that when we get to it in the episode. But usually I don't talk about too much about the gameplay, so let's talk about it this episode. So, as you can see in this game, we're on the 51st minute, and it is already 4-4. Mainly my opponent was scoring outrageously strange goals, like that one with Cuadrado. I let him shoot because I thought he's on his weaker foot, which I believe Cuadrado has a 2-star weak foot or a 3-star weak foot, and also he's at a strange angle. And the same again there. How was Niang snuck that in at the near post? Absolutely outrageous. But yeah, basically I thought every shot seems to be going in, so I may as well try one. And Dembele scores an absolute screamer into the top right-hand corner to make it 6-5. And thankfully, the guy did not equalise this time. Brem gives it to Ibra. He shows a good turn of pace, although the defending from my opponent there wasn't exactly the most outrageously good defending you will see this weekend, at least. So we do win the first game 7-5. Very, very strange, but it's always nice to get the first win on the board, and is what I try and aim for every single week. I don't think I've actually ever lost. If I look at my, I've got my form, which is, I know, a bit weird, but I've got my form of every single weekend that I have partaken in so far, which is all of them, and I've never actually lost my first game. So hopefully I never do lose my first game, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, moving into the second game of the weekend, we do come up against a Bundesliga side. And we do get the game started, just before half-time. We pass it across from Sterling to Pogba. Good composure in the box, and he does stick it in to make it 1-0. And apologies for the dab celebration, but Pogba is the only player that I do that with, and I don't actually mean to do it. Basically, when I celebrate, I literally just press random buttons on the controller, obviously, and whatever celebration they do, that happens. And I believe the dab is the default Pogba celebration, which is why he does that. But anyway, we make it 3-0. A nice pass across from the man himself, Pogba, to Ibrahimovic. Makes it 3-0. And then we do seal the game to make it 4-0. Ibra does a nice Berber spin, plays it into Hazard. He somehow hits the bar from that position, but Ibra gets it back and makes it 4-0, as I said. And that does trigger a rage quit from the guy, which is 2 wins out of 2, which is decent. Again, I try and win my first 5 games. I try and get into bronze 1 before losing, and then after that, I don't know. I suppose if I can, my aim is to in the first 10 games is to try and go a worst of 8-2. If I can go 8-2 in the first 10 games, I'm reasonably happy. Anything better than that is a bonus. I think I've only gone 10-0 once. In the first 10, and I think I've gone 9-1 a couple of times as well. But we move into the third game, and immediately we start off with a nice goal from Dembele, set up by Hazard again, and Hazard sets up another goal here, plays it through to Ibra. This guy's defending was awful, by the way. In the 15th minute of a game, and your defence is that open, you're going to get ripped apart in Foot Champions a lot. Now, I have a new tactic for this weekend as well. I've been watching a few YouTubers. I've been trying out a few different things throughout this week because one of the... I had quite a lot of time this week to play some FIFA and to practice, and I decided to try out a few things, as I said, and I'm using counter-attack, and I also put it on attacking. Counter-attack basically drops your defenders back to almost make it like Park the Bus, but only a couple of your defenders do it. And then if I go attacking, it means that the attackers stay up the pitch a lot more. So if you go just counter-attack on its own, your whole team will progressively get like slightly further back than it would without counter-attack on. But if you put attacking on, your attackers will stay forward. So I tried it out, and it has worked this weekend. I got Elite, which isn't... It's okay, but compared to like a lot of other YouTubers and obviously lots of other players, it's not that good. Now, this weekend especially, I felt that I should have at least got Elite 2. There's at least 4 or 5 games where I should have won, or I could have won. I think I only went to a penalty shootout once out of the full 40 games. And there was a few games where I lost 1-0 where I really should have put away my chances, but I didn't. And I know that's FIFA, I know that's football, and that's what happens, but it's just annoying because I really want to get better my 29 wins. 29 is still the best I've got, or best I've done so far, so yeah. But as you can see, we did win our 4th game, and moving into our 5th game now. Usually, if you do watch this series a lot, you'll know that I only record my first 3, but I decided to record the first 5 because I was playing well. And we start off this game was really tough, actually. Definitely the hardest game I played this weekend so far, and it took to the 75th minute for Hazard to open the scoring, and then he sets up his Belgian friend Dembele, who makes it 2-0 in the 90th minute, and seals the game to, as I said, obviously make it 2-0 against Moist, which is the worst word ever created by human people. but anyway, as you can see, I did forget to do it at the 10th game, but in 11 games, we're on 9-2, which is pretty good, and I was pretty happy with my start. And the start continues basically. We move into, well, this is kind of, I recorded a lot of my first few games, and then the last few I didn't really record because I was just trying to squeeze my games in. I had quite a lot to do on during like this weekend, so I wanted to squeeze my games in as quick as I could, and forgot to record a lot of my games in the middle and ending parts of the episode, but I got a few in, obviously, because there are quite a few minutes of the video left, and this guy was really, really good, by the way. Somehow I managed to go 2-0 up, and I did manage to stop him from scoring until the 84th minute, and thankfully we did hold out and win the game 2-1, but that guy was very, very good, and I was quite, look, as you can see from the stats, he had more shots than me. I had slightly more possession, but I think the only reason I won that was because of the new counter-attack tactic that I was doing. Now, as you can see, within 20 games, I'm on 16 wins. So I'm 16-4 right now. And I was thinking I should be able to get Elite 2 if I can carry on with the current form. Now, a lot of you, again, I've said this like 2 times, but if you have been watching this series, I don't usually tend to include the losses. And this is the part of the weekend where I did collapse. I went 8-2 and then 8-2 in the first 20 games. And then in the third set of 10 games, I went 5-5. It was the real collapse. I'm trying to look here. I lost 3 games in a row, right in the middle, or in the middle of the 10 games, which really like annoyed me because one of those I deserved to lose. The guy was a lot better than me. The other 2 I lost on penalties, which is just frustrating any day of the week. And I also lost a game 1-0, which I really didn't deserve to lose. So that was really, really annoying. And that was probably one of the reasons why I didn't manage to get Elite 2. And by the way, this goal from Ibra, absolutely unreal. That ball roll to burst of pace was absolutely brilliant. And that goal actually won us the game. So that was a real clutch moment from Ibrahimovic there. Lovely finish into the bottom right-hand corner. Absolutely schooling Carragher twice, I believe, in that goal. That was superb. And coming up now, you're going to see the the stage we were at after 30 games. Obviously, as you can tell, I've only included 2 games from the last 20 I've played because I completely forgot to record. But as you can see, we're on 21 and 9. So there was the collapse. I went 5 and 5, as I said, in the third 10 games. Now, to get gold 1, which is always my main target in a weekend, because it's just a solid prize. 200k packs and 50,000 coins, basically guaranteed around 80 to 100k a weekend, which is brilliant. And as you can see, we do start off with a lovely goal from Hazard, and I needed to go 8 and 2 again to get elite, which is the superior target, if you like. Once I get to gold 1, if I still have some games left, then I will push towards trying to get elite. Elite 3, and then if I do have any games after that, I will try and push towards Elite 2 and Elite 1. But as you can see, we do hit Gold 1, and that was, I believe at this point we were, what was I? I was 21 and 9, so I believe at this point I was 25 and 10, so I had 5 games to get 4 wins for Elite. Now, this is the final game of the weekend. I managed to go. No, sorry. I needed. I think I needed 4. No, I needed 4 wins in 5 games. Yeah, that was right. I did lose one. I lost the game before this, and I won the others. So I needed this win to get elite, and I started off awfully. I was 2-0 down, and a lot of people seem to be rage quitting at 2-0. But I thought. I was playing against this guy, and I was opening up all the time. I just couldn't score, and he managed to get 2 stupid goals against me. Awful defending. But as you can see, in a few minutes, we managed to bring it back to 2-2, and then just after half-time, we managed to make it 3-2. Mane squares it across the box to Ibra, and the driven passes, the RBA passes, are so much better to put across the box than the triple tap crosses. They're a lot more accurate, and that's what I'm finding. I'm finding that a good way of scoring this week, and I'm going to carry that on throughout the next few weekend leagues. But as you can see, the guy did actually rage quit. After being 2-0 up, we managed to turn it around, or 2-0 down, we managed to turn it around to 4-2, get Elite 3 for the week, which is superb. And as you can see, the confirmation is there. 29 and 11, which isn't the best. It's not, like, obviously it's nowhere near the best. I want to aim for at least 32 wins in a few weekends' time. I think the only way I'm going to get that is if I do aim for, once I have like Vieira and Blanc, etc. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the episode. If you have enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.